Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And today we're going to be previewing the game between Manchester United and Real Sociedad. It's a must-win game for Man United. It's a crucial game. It is crucial for a season as well. In as much as Ruben Amorim has said severally that we don't want to kind of depend on this game or the games in the Europa League as the determining factor. And I totally understand because of the fact that sometimes you have to consider how the team is built and what team success is all about before you can start talking about games being the most crucial. And he sees this season as a building season, whether he's here for it or not. He sees this team as a building season. So it is what it is, and fans and rivals can make of his comments what they will, but Ruben Amorim has stated what he wants to achieve with this team. And if some players can make it, then it is what it is. So it is a round of 16 Europa League second leg. I mean, the first leg ended 1-1, as we all know. And then, Manchester United will basically host Real Sociedad at Old Trafford on Thursday in the decisive second leg of the Europa League round of 16 tie. After a 1-1 draw in the first leg in San Sebastian, this tie is finally balanced, basically, finally balanced with everything to play for. United will be looking to secure a spot in the quarterfinals and keep the hopes of Champions League qualification alive, while Real Sociedad aim to continue their quest for the first ever European trophy. Now, if we're going to break this down, we're going to go into like form guide and all of that. And the truth is, looking at the form and the stats, everything is stacked up against Real Sociedad because the truth is they have nothing on us when it comes to Europe. And we've played them 7 times, as I said earlier, which I'm going to break down I'm going to break down shortly. We've played them 7 times. And so when it comes to head to head, basically, we've played them 7 times, as I said, and we've won 3 times, drawn 3 times, and I mean, yeah, won 3 times, drawn three times, and then we've lost to them once. So of the 7 attempts, I mean, the previous meetings we beat them 1-0 in the Europa League, 1-0 in the Europa League loss in 2022. We played them twice in 2022. We lost to them once. We beat them once. I think that loss was the first leg of the one that had to do with a penalty from Bruno Fernandes, from Lisandro Martinez, when he did his hand like this and I'm turning away and then they gave a penalty. Same thing now. Bruno Fernandes in the last game was looking away while trying to defend, and then the ball hit his hand and he was given a penalty. The player headed the ball down to his hands. It was a harsh penalty. But the truth is that I don't think we're gonna allow them have that kind of chance again. We're gonna take our chances. We're gonna finish our meal. That's the confidence I'm having going into this game, right? Basically. So when it comes to like form guide, United's form has been inconsistent, obviously, in other competitions. But in the last 5 matches, we've won just one, and that is against Ipswich. And then, I mean, across all competitions, our last win came 26th of February 2025. And then the last couple of games we've drawn, and the same goes for Real Sociedad. They have just won one win. They've just won one game, and they have 3 losses and one draw. We have won one game. We have 1 loss and 2 draws. So the last one coming against Arsenal. So yeah, the odds are stacked up against them. I mean, the game is there for the taking, especially for Manchester United, right? And then the recent 1-1 draw with Arsenal in the Premier League highlighted the defensive vulnerabilities and lack of cutting edge in attack, especially for Manchester United. But we played well. We really played well and defended very well, especially except for the goal that nobody was pressing Declan Rice to get. And then in the Europa League, United have remained unbeaten. Like right in the Europa League, United have remained unbeaten. And then we have a strong record at Old Trafford as well. I mean, we're the only unbeaten team in the whole of Europe, not just in the Europa League. I mean, 72 teams have participated in Europe this season, and Manchester United is still unbeaten both in Europa League and in Europa Conference League, as well as the Champions League as well. So for Real Sociedad, they have struggled domestically and they are sitting currently 11th rather. As at the last time I checked, 11th in the Europa League after losing 1-0. I mean, 11th in the Spanish La Liga after losing 1-0 to Real Sociedad at the weekend. However, they have been strong in the Europa League, comfortably defeating Midtjylland in the knockouts phases, but they drew to Man United in the last game. And their away form in Europe has been solid with 4 wins and in their last 5 away games in the competition, basically. So it is pretty strong head to head there, right? With historical context, the first leg, teams played out 1-1 draw in San Sebastian with Joshua Zexi opening the scoring for United and Mikel Oyarzabal scoring the dubious, that's what I'll call it, dubious penalty from the penalty spot. So in the past meetings, United also have faced Real Sociedad 7 times, won 3, drawn 3, and Real Sociedad have won 1. So basically, now in with Old Trafford, Real Sociedad have never won at Old Trafford, and their only goal at the stadium came from an Inigo Martinez own goal in 2013. So I mean, the odds are stacked up against Real Sociedad, right? So now when it comes to how Manchester United play, as we've always said, United under Ruben Amorim have adopted a 3-4-2-1 formation, which is starting to evolve, or 3-4-3 as the case may be, which emphasizes on wing backs playing like Diogo Dalot and Patrick Dogo. Diogo Dalot, a bit inconsistent, a lot more inconsistent this season, but they provide width and attacking support. Patrick Dogu, or Patrick Chinazakbere Dogu, is back in the starting lineup, still facing a 3-match ban in the domestic competitions. That's in the Premier League. Now he has sat out 2 games, and there's still one more game to go for him, and that's the game against Leicester. So whatever the case, we want him to rest. So he plays in the Europa League. Although he struggled in the last game, but he still provided us that width, and he recently gave a press conference with Ruben Amorim. Now with high pressing, United aim to win the ball high up the pitch and transition quickly into attack, and then with attacking fluidity, which confuses the commentators where they talk about, oh, Garnacho has switched to Xerxes, Xerxes has switched to Hoyland, Hoyland has switched to it with Christian Eriksen. They're playing different, like, yeah, that's how the lineup goes. That's how the what they call it, the front three become very fluid and all of that. So attacking fluidity, that's Ruben Amorim style. If you check it in Sporting Lisbon, it's the same thing, attacking fluidity of the front three, right? And then obviously with defense, the formation is built on solid defense or solid center backs who play more like a ball playing center back kind of combination. But it has also the formation, which is also evolving. And the fact is, we've always been, tinkering and changing as center backs due to injuries and stuff. The system has left United vulnerable defensively, with gaps often appearing between the midfield and the defense. So it is very key for us, to be patient with this formation and this style of play to work, because I see that a lot of fans are still getting like really annoyed about how the possession, how the team is playing and all of that. And now how Real Sociedad plays under Imanol, or let me call it the Spanish way, Imanol Alguacil. Now, how they play is that they employ a possession-based dynamic style focusing on fluid build-up. And that is basically what we noticed in the first leg. They prioritize ball retention and patient build-up play, often rotating players in the midfield and attacking, creating an attack to create overloads, basically. But they try to create overloads, but when they push up, Man United always finds that space, and that's what the head coach uses Garnacho for, the space behind, especially on the right-hand side, because when they press up, Garnacho exploits that space, and then pressing and counter pressing. That's what they do as well. They press high to win the ball back quickly and disrupt opponents' rhythm. They also have a defensive solidity, you know, well organized in the back with a compact defense shape that makes them difficult to break down. So, yeah, it was difficult for us to break them down in the first leg, but when we pull them out by passing the ball across the defense, it is easier for us to break, the press and then counter them. So now, with regards to predicted lineups for Real Sociedad. For predicted lineup for Real Sociedad, we're gonna go with Morero. I don't think Morero was the player that started that game, but based off of the last game, Morero, Agued, and Zubielda. Zabelda center backs, the two center backs, because they employ a 4-1-4-1 formation or 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Depends on how they play it. So they employ a 4-1-4-1 formation with Lopez on the left back, and then Elistondo on the right because Elistondo played the last game, but played the last game against Man United, but didn't play the Europa League. Didn't play the Spanish La Liga game against Sevilla. So, and then they said Zubimendi is back. So Zubimendi is probably going to sit in the midfield pivot. And then we have Turientes. Turientes gave us some trouble. Turientes and Mendes gave us some trouble. Mendes is the Bruno Fernandes lookalike. They both gave us trouble, and the trouble that midfield and defense when it came to overload and they were shooting and all of that. Turientes was the ball carrier and all. And then we have Gomez on the other side and Takefusa Kubo on the right hand side. And they will play a false nine of Oyarzabal. So if they don't play Oyarzabal, they'll probably play Osaxen. So we'll go with Osaxen for this one, but I believe that they're going to play Oyarzabal as a false nine. I'm thinking about how this formation works and how we can exploit it. So this is what I'm going to go with for now and for the time being. So yeah, basically how we expect Real Sociedad to line up, and then for their key player for Real Sociedad is Martin Zubimendi. Martin Zubimendi has played 36 games all season. He's 26 years of age. He's played 2,932 minutes with one goal only, right? With one goal. So Martin Zubimendi played the last game, 29 minutes. The one before, he played 44 minutes, but was ill at the at the Barcelona game, was ill, and then didn't come on for Man United. And the previous game he played, I think he played 90 minutes. So, but was ill in the game against Sevilla. So that's the key player for Real Sociedad. And then for Man United, predicted lineup. No, so basically other key players before we go on to predicted lineup for Man United. Other key players for Real Sociedad include, like I said, after Martin Zubimendi, we're going to go with Michael Yazobal. I just talked about him now. He's the club's captain and he's a consistent threat in the final third with his movement and finishing ability. He scored the penalty, and he was stifled by Man United defense, and I believe that Matters Delict, if he starts the game, or will definitely start the game because we have no one else, will trouble him, right? Will trouble him. So another player, like I said again, was Takefusa Kubo, the Japanese winger, Real Sociedad's most dangerous attacker, and he's loved by the club, loved by the ownership, and all of that, with his dribbling and creativity causing problems for defenses. So hopefully he doesn't cause us problem, because I know that Patrick Dogu played against him and played well, but also overall, like I said, generally in the game, Patrick Dogu kind of struggled. So yeah, let's be hopeful that this game Man United comes through and all of that. So it is what it is. We move on to the next one. So for Man United predicted lineup, we go with Andre Onana in net, Victor Lindelof, Nusa Majraoui, and Matthias de Ligt. Majraoui comes back into defense as Patrick Dogu is back, and then Euro didn't train. So we go with Andre Onana for predicted lineup, Victor Lindelof, Matthias de Ligt on the right, Nusa Majraoui on the left. I mean, Victor Lindelof had a very good game. Majraoui had a very good game against Arsenal. And then since Manuel Ugarte is back in the lineup, we go with Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte. And then Diogo Dallo, Patrick Dogo on either side of the wing backs, and then Garnacho and Xerxes also start up top, and then Rasmus Højlund starts this one. Now, this is my predicted lineup, and then for key player for Manchester United, obviously is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has always turned up for Manchester United. He has played 42 games, 3,569 minutes, 12 goals, and 13 assists. That is 25 goal contributions this season alone. 25 goal contributions, and he has done it for 3 seasons in a row, right? He played the last game, he scored against Arsenal. He played the Europa League game, was largely there, involved, and then the game before that was the FA Cup game against Fulham, he scored. So he's doing well, he's turning up, he's captive material, showing what he's made of, and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Key player for Man United, Bruno Fernandes. And then other key players for Man United to watch include Alejandro Garnacho, young winger, has been one of United's few bright sparks this season and could exploit Real Sociedad's defensive vulnerabilities, especially on that right wing side when he plays as an inside forward. And then Manuel Ugarte, coming back from injury, his ability to break up play is crucial in controlling the game, and that is what I expect if he starts this game, but I predict that he will start. And then going into injuries and team news, which we'll bring in the press conference review in the next video. Lisandro Martinez, obviously, Amad Diallo, Luke Shaw, Johnny Evans, Mason Mount. Now, Mason Mount is back in training, but according to the manager, Ruben Amorim, Mason Mount is back too soon when it comes to, like, I mean, this game is too soon for him, rather, not that he's back too soon. This game is too soon for him. Then we have Kobe Menu, who has a calf injury, Montebandier has a back injury, Tom Heaton, unspecified injury, and Lenioro had a knock, and Ben Amorim has said Lenioro is going to miss this game and the next game against Leicester. So it is what it is. For key return, Manuel Gatti is expected to return after a 2-game absence, and Patrick Dogu is available despite his domestic suspension, as I said earlier. As for Real Sociedad, they have Lukic, who has a muscle injury, Alvaro Odriozola, a defender, and then they have John Pacheco and Asen Zakarian. For doubtful, well, none. Zubimendi is expected to be back to return after missing the first leg due to an illness. And then how Manchester United can win Real Sociedad. Now, to secure a place in the quarterfinals, United must control possession. This is one of the things I wrote down. Control possession. Use the superior average possession stats to dictate the tempo and limit Real Sociedad's attacking opportunities. And then also exploit the wide areas, which we did in the first leg. Use the pace of Garnacho and Rashford to exploit spaces behind Real Sociedad's fullbacks. And then also number 3, defense set pieces. Real Sociedad are, are I mean, defense set pieces. Real Sociedad are dangerous on set pieces, especially from dead ball situations. So United must remain organized, right? And then, alert. Because sometimes it seems like we always switch off. But now we've been defending set pieces the last couple of games, but we also need to defend. I mean, Arsenal had 12 set pieces and they never scored any. So, which goes to say that we are defending set pieces well. And then take early chances. That is the problem. Take early chances. We scored our first half goal since November 2024, right? So we should also take advantage of the opportunity to try to score a first half goal again, right? Take the early chances. An early goal could, like just the way PSG did against Liverpool last night. An early goal will help settle the nerves and force Real Sociedad to open up, creating more opportunities for Manchester United. Obviously, now overall, this match is a pivotal moment for both teams as they look to progress in the Europa League. But for Man United, from a Man United perspective, a win could provide a much needed momentum and belief in Amorim's system. But with Real that desperate to continue their strong European campaign, it is expected that they will push up and try to go gung ho on Man United, and then we could exploit the space with the long passing range of Bruno Fernandes, and then the disruption of play of Manuel Gatti, and then the pace of Alejandro Garnacho, as well as the the ball retention and the skill and the passing ability of Joshua Xerxes. I hope that we can take our chances and score. And I believe for myself that Rasmus Højlund should at least get a goal to get his confidence going. Right now, we expected like tightly contested game with both sides looking to exploit each other's weakness. But for United, the key will be to remain disciplined, defensively while taking advantage of the attacking opportunities, right? No, now let me know your thoughts and feelings about this. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game entirely. Let me know what you think, what your expected, predicted lineup would be, your expected scoreline, predicted scoreline, and all of that. Let me know, and then hit the comment section. Let me know, you know, let me know. Hit the comment section and let me know your predicted scoreline. And then don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that we can, keep growing together and keep, evolving together as a community. We're growing slowly as a channel, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. The next one is going to be a press conference review, and that's press conference between Patrick Dogo and Ruben Amorim. So take care, goodbye, and God bless.